how you're living Saturday night is still showing people the body of Christ. Come on. Because 24/7, 365, we are part of the body of Christ. Wherever we go, we are bringing Jesus into the situation just for the fact that we're there. Now, I don't think that that is meant to make us all of a sudden become all tight-lipped and sober and sit around going, oh, I best not say anything because people are going to think this is... No. The best advertisement that you have for the body of Christ is you. If God could love you, He could love anybody. If God could love me, He could love anybody. But I need to recognize that it's not the old trying to put on this big show now for this period of time. Wherever I go, wherever I am representing Jesus. Because we are part of His body. So Paul wrote, he says, one sows and another reaps. I believe that concept holds true in evangelism also. One person may bring somebody to church, but it's going to take the whole body to bring or to help that person to grow, to get plugged in, to begin to release the gifts that God has placed in them. See, one person may help a newcomer or a new member by answering questions that they have. Another may just love on them. Another may speak of a word of encouragement or just invite them for a meal or fellowship. One may just smile and help make that person feel comfortable. But all of us have a part to play in the body of Christ. And it's all part of evangelism. It's not just the big preaching. It's not just the altar call. It's all of us reaching out to those people we come into contact with. I want to read from Matthew chapter 4. Like I said, I believe this is one of the very important parts. And that's why I'm spending a whole morning on it. Matthew chapter 4. And then we're going to show a short video clip also. Matthew chapter 4, starting at verses 18 to 20. And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. So I just want to show you a short video right now, just to help us see a little bit of what Jesus was referring to in this place. See, this is one of those things that we speak about fishers of men, or we hear this type of thing. We don't even necessarily have a mind or a concept of what it means to be a fisher of men in the time where Jesus was talking about it. Most of us think of fishing and we're going, well, we're out to the end of the pier and, we have a rod and we have a line with a hook on it. We throw it out there, there's a little worm wiggling away, and hopefully we'll catch something. That's not what Jesus was talking about. He was talking about fishers of men. So I just have a little video clip here just to show that video, and hopefully it'll give us a little bit better idea. Do you have it ready, Jake?
Yep, one.
We don't need the sound.
Okay.
I didn't interpret the sound. Everybody see that? Now this is fishing. So when Jesus was talking about making you fishers of men, he was talking about these things in a slightly different way than what we would commonly think about them. When I saw this video, I thought, you know, there's a bunch of lessons that we could learn out of this. I want to just remember the video now, and I would like you to picture for a moment that the net in this video clip is an outreach initiated by the local church. The fish would then represent people, while the people on shore would represent the members of the church. The shore would represent the kingdom of heaven. And I'm going to just share a couple of different lessons that we can learn and that we can apply from this video. The first thing that I would see here is it takes everybody to be involved in bringing in the harvest or the catch. Did you notice that everybody that was there was grabbing onto that net? Everybody that was there was holding on. There was people running around throwing fish back into the net that were getting out. Not one person was standing by and going, well, I think we should be doing that differently. Not one person was saying, well, I can't work beside him. I don't get along well with him. So I don't think I'm going to help today. Not one person was sitting and saying, well, this doesn't matter. This isn't very important. We need to be involved in some more important things. Some of you guys aren't even dressed properly. It didn't matter. What had happened was what they were ready for, what they had been preparing for, what they were needing. This was the time, and everybody was now involved in reaching out and in bringing in the fish that had been caught in that net. Every single person that was there was willing to take a hand, willing to give a hand, and was willing to help. Well, like I said before, we have all been given the command to reach and teach in Matthew 28:18-20. It was not written to the fivefold ministry only. And in the video, we can see that everybody close enough to what was going on grabbed hold and got involved. A group effort. It was the whole body working together. Now, that's one of the things that I think we often have missed in the church. We haven't had the whole body working together and each taking their part. Now, in the video, although we didn't see it, we know that somebody had to get out into the water and bring the net there. The net did not just happen to be there all by itself. It didn't just appear. Somebody took that net, somebody dragged it out there, somebody encircled as much fish as they could, as much as everything they could, and then they started dragging it in, and everybody on shore held on to the net. They all started drawing in, they started bringing all of those fish in. Well, that would correlate to the church organizing an event that would give the members an opportunity to invite people to come in and to meet Jesus. Somebody is going to have to get out there and set up the net. Somebody's going to have to get out there and move, or do it, initiate it. Well, the studies that I have read, they were released by Billy Graham Society, the studies that I read said that most people will come to Jesus because a friend or a family member invited them. Most people that come to church, most people that make a commitment to Christ, come because somebody close to them invited them. Very few people will end up just wandering by a church Sunday morning and thinking, I should stop in and see what they're saying today. Most people come because somebody invited them or asked them to come. And often it is because there was a guest speaker, because there was a special occasion or a special service, because there was a Christmas program or an Easter program or a banquet or something that took place, that people said, okay, why don't we try? Now, I'm not saying always, but I'm saying most of them. The greater majority of people would come because somebody had invited them to church, invited them to come and to meet Jesus. The studies I read said most people will come because a friend or family invited them, and it's a lot better results than just inviting everybody off the street. Now, although that is also effective, some people can stand on the street and they can invite people to church, and people come. It works. Some people can go door to door, they can knock on doors, they can invite people, and people show up in church, and it works. It's an effective way. But the most effective